everybody, and welcome back to another episode here on the Global Conquerors channel. I almost screwed that up immediately, but this is episode 7 of the season of Conquest, SMGFrenzy, AssassinADC. We have a lot of gaming stuff to talk about this week, so it's okay, it's okay.
No, just go
Yeah,
ahead.
we got
I
a
don't
lot
even
of
know.
gaming stuff to talk about this week, and we're just really just gonna get right into it because there's one section that's gonna take us a little bit longer because we're gonna go through the winners category of the esports award as well. So first section is league related as always it seems because league always has news going out. But the LJL, which is the League of Legends Japanese league, will be still existing but not in the same way as it has in the past few years. I'm not sure if you knew what happened to the Australian League a few years ago, but their league also still exists, but they don't get an automatic world spot anymore for their top seed. Their top seed has to go play in the PCS region, which is like Southeast Asia, against their teams to fight for a spot for worlds. And now the
Wait,
Japanese league has to do the same thing. Their top two seeds will now go to the PCS region to fight them for a spot at worlds.
wait, you're telling me? So what would that region? What is that region like considered? Like there's just the PC.
So yeah, the PCS is like it was already pre-existing before this, but it was like a region for like Taiwan, Hong Kong, like just a bunch of Southeast Asian countries.
So you're telling me a team from Australia could go represent the South like Asia type of
Yeah,
region?
yeah,
What the fuck? Wait, okay. This might be all new to me,
yeah.
but like, bro, my mic stand is chalk, bro. Anyways, don't worry about that. I didn't know that. That's pretty weird that an Aussie team could go and qualify under a South. I mean, that's this is weird to think. Um,
I mean, it looks like
and
what
then now,
Riot is like trying to do is they're trying to make less regions, kind of like how in Val, how the North American teams also play with the South American teams now. So it
well,
looks like they're trying to do that in League as well, trying to like instead of just having a Japanese region, instead of just having an Australian region, it's just going to be like an Oceania, Southeast Asia region. So I wonder how that'll go in the long run. But yeah, now
uh,
Japan no longer gets an auto spot to Worlds anymore. Now they actually got to fight for it.
but they're definitely got to change it, right? There's no way that they have to add more teams to qualify out of that certain region now, right? I would assume so.
That's what I would assume. Either
At least two more, or like
so
how many teams? Wait, sorry to cut you
no,
off.
you're
How
good.
many
You're good.
teams qualify out of that?
So you
One.
have from the PCS. PCS gets two teams right now.
So I would assume they should add a four or at least a third, and
Well, we
then
thought they would add four when they took out. Well, we thought they would add three when Australia got its region status
Mhm.
revoked. But instead of that, they gave North America an extra seed. So I
What?
don't know. Yeah, because that's
Bro,
why we had the World's qualifying series this year, because North America or Europe fought for that extra seed that Australia lost. So they might do the
add
same thing, and you would have four teams for China, four teams for Korea, four teams for Europe, and four teams for North America. So I don't know. It,
Jesus.
it it's a year out,
Out of
obviously,
all
to see.
regions, why NA, bro? The NA's like they don't even do anything at Worlds, bro. Go give it to like one of those powerhouse leagues
What I was
that
hoping is that
actually put up fights in the competitions. But go
no,
ahead,
yeah.
sorry.
No,
Go
I mean,
ahead,
like, what
sorry.
I was hoping was that, like, our region sucks, and I was hoping instead of having three seeds for NA, we should have two seeds, like, the other minor regions, and then disperse the other seed to, like, maybe the PCS now, since they're absorbing all these smaller regional
Or
leagues.
at least add more. That could work.
Yeah, that works too. I don't know why we have three seeds in the first place. We don't deserve three seeds, to be honest.
We don't even deserve two
Yeah,
or
two.
one. We don't
One.
deserve to go. We go, get slammed, and go back.
No, yeah, literally.
This is the first year that because of the whole bracket like twisting, it actually was an advantage for the NA.
Yeah, we went a little bit further, but
Yeah, but
it's
like, come on, it doesn't feel right. Like every time NA goes, they get slammed, and because of the whole like different bracket they did this year,
mhm.
it made North America look like they compete, but obviously in the long they didn't.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
saw you saw what those teams did to them.
When they played against, we only beat European teams this year, and when we played against Chinese or Korean teams, we got rocked. The only game that was close against an Asian team was Team Liquid versus T1, ironically, And TL was like doing great up until they weren't. So it's just things that happen. But yeah,
Yeah.
PCS is, like I said, losing their world spot just like Australia. So we'll see what Riot does next year for the world seeding. I hope that we don't get a 4th seed for NA because we really don't deserve
Or
it.
what I could say is they give another. No, I think that region deserves to get a shot at Worlds,
Yeah,
or at
there's so
least
many good
give.
teams in that
They,
region.
they should at least give 4,
Yeah.
just so they all add up.
I
Um,
mean, a team from that region has won Worlds before. I think it was the second Worlds, the Taipei Assassins. They won Worlds, and they're from they would technically be from the PCS. So
mhm.
it's not
Try.
unheard of. But
No, we'll see, but
yeah,
it's not fair that that they don't. I don't know. It just doesn't seem fair in my time.
no. But like Riot's got a year to figure out what they're gonna do for this. But on to our next topic, we have G1 Esports recently hit with a lot of controversy. Allegedly, they owe over $200,000 to players and staff in both Rocket League and Halo, which is, I mean, it's not the first time we've seen orgs, especially smaller sized orgs, in this situation. We've had the same situations in Halo
Midnight.
before, in COD, Midnight. Yeah, it's a common theme around among these smaller orgs. Well, G1 has been like rocketing in popularity the past year and a half, so it's kind of surprising to see that after a good year for them, they're not paying their players their prize money. Like, what's going on?
I don't know. It's not the first time we've heard it happen before. Obviously, we talked. There was the COD. Midnight was one of them.
Mhm.
Who was the other one? There's another big one. Who was it? You just said
Um,
it. No, you didn't say it, but
I didn't say, but
we talked about this, but
it's
it
pretty
wasn't.
common with smaller esports orgs. Let me see.
Not us. Not
No,
us.
Midnight was the big one for like the past 3-4 years because they were like going off in COD
they're
for the
trying to keep
longest.
they're trying to keep their players under like crazy contracts,
Hmm.
knowing that the league was going into franchise, making them like cause like get players to like get bought out with a same amount of like contract
Yeah,
just to make money, and they owed their players money. So what type of like how is that even a good thing? Like how can you do that?
but like did oh it was Exet. Exet was
There
the
you
one
go.
that owed players.
Exit.
Yeah,
There you go. Exit.
another org that was like huge for a second and then they just died because they ran out of money and didn't pay anybody. So
Yeah.
who knows what will happen to G1 though? Because if they have it's esports winter, so it's already harder to get funds. And if they run out of money, they're gonna be the next Midnight Night Exet and just disappear off into the ether. So
Whole ether.
into the void is never to be heard of again.
The Fortnite Black Hole Season 10.
We'll get to that in a second, but yeah, we'll see if G1 pays people because if they don't, then people aren't going to want to sign with them, and then they won't have any teams in Halo, Rocket League, or any other esports. So things are happening. But to move on, Apex, you sent me this one. Apex announced a 12-team partnered league for the ALGS, which I don't know what it stands for because I don't watch Apex,
What
but
is that? AGL?
ALGS is what it says.
Apex. Wait, what's it called?
Apex Legends something ALGS. What is the GS part?
Series.
Apex Legends Global Series. All right,
I
there it
mean, does
is.
that sound like it makes sense?
Yeah. So the 12 teams. I had where to go. This is like a whole list of the rules, which is not what I wanted to see. But
Are you trying to look for what teams are in it?
yeah.
I got it. I have it open already.
Oh, okay. The 12 teams. So you have Fnatic, TSM, FaZe Clan, Optic Gaming, Alliance, Disguised Gaming, Moist Esports, Team Luminosity, Furia. I think that's Xset. And there's two orgs that I don't recognize. One with a happy face.
Riddle?
Yeah, Riddle and Dark Zero. There we go. So
Who knows?
it's a pretty decent roster. Just don't recognize two of those teams. But
Which ones? Dark. Dark Zero and
Dark Zero and
Riddle,
Riddle. Yeah.
which is owned by a streamer, isn't it?
Yeah, Moist Critical.
And then
Disguised Toast
didn't
is,
discuss discuss toast
disguised toast.
disguised.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
they said discuss toast. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Nah, no, no.
I've heard of Allegiance. Obviously, TSM is like big. Obviously,
TSM, yeah, FaZe
Phase.
Clan, Fnatic, Optic, those are
It's
huge orgs.
LAG or not LAG, LG Chivas. Obviously, that's
Luminous.
Luminosity Gaming, but they're partnered with um a Guadalajara Guadalajara team from
Hmm.
Mexico. They play out of the Spanish league down
Okay.
there, so that's the team that they have. They have an esports team, so obviously they're
Oh.
partnered, and then obviously Fnatic. You know, we know Fnatic. They've been a good.
That's been here
They've been a
forever.
top European org. Um, Obviously Optic. We know they did pretty good.
Yeah.
They could have won it. Literally, I was watching it. I watched the whole thing through, and Optic should have won it, but they didn't. They just didn't close it out.
Mm.
But um,
There's also some other stuff that they added, not just the partner league, but they're also welcoming teams from mainland China. They said 2 teams from mainland China will be able to participate next year. The prize pool is like $2 million. They said that South America will no longer be represented in the Pro League, which is why they're now allowed to like participate in basically the North American League. But also they have like a South American regional final that will qualify them for the playoffs. And they're gonna have 4 LAN events. The first LAN event will have 40 teams, 2 invited teams from China, 2 teams that qualify through the Split 1 Challenge Circuit in South America, and 36 teams that qualify through the Split 1 Pro League regular season. Split 2 is basically the same, and then the championship is also 40 teams, and it's basically, you have top 2 teams from each region, and then the 26 teams with the highest total playoff points across both Split 1 and Split 2, and then the top 2 finishing teams in NA, Europe, Middle East, and Africa, APAC. We have APAC North and APAC South, and then the LCQ region. So yeah, some good stuff.
they do it right just so they have. I mean, it's obviously if you don't want Apex, it doesn't make sense. But the way they like run there's the system.
Mhm.
I mean, besides the whole PC like crashing in the middle of the biggest tournament of the year, which
Yep.
they couldn't resolve. But anyways, the way they do it is that they give almost every region a chance to qualify.
Mhm.
Um, you heard how many teams could play in this. This is not including the 12 teams already partnered with the league. So um, they do it right. Obviously, they find
Mhm.
they find ways to make sure everyone has a chance to play in type of thing.
Okay.
Um, so it's pretty good. It's they take care of they take care of their league properly.
I,
Obviously, you notice that Apex don't that community doesn't really complain about the comp scene.
I
You
mean,
know.
to be honest, I personally wouldn't know because I don't pay attention to the Apex League at
Okay.
all. But I mean, it sounds
They
like things are going well for them. So,
yes, especially after so many teams leaving the scene,
oh yeah.
big names. It's good that they got. I mean, they do got big teams in here still, like Phases, TSM,
Mhm.
Optic, Fnatic. I mean, these are good teams in there. LG is still a big name. XSET is a good team.
Mhm.
So I mean, they still got big names in it. Obviously, not as many as they had before,
Yeah.
but at least they were able to get something out of it. So it's better than nothing, you know.
No, yeah.
So we're good with the league. Obviously, you don't watch Apex.
No, I couldn't tell you
I
anything
don't
about
really
it.
watch it, but like I'll watch it here and there during their chant, like their like the lands and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, it's fun to watch. It's chaotic as heck. Um, most of the time people are camping. Most times people are not. The game is really like mixed paced. Obviously, it could be fast paced. It could be slowed down.
Yeah.
Um, Placement points. I mean, are important, but the way they do it is no matter what, you have to win 3 games no matter what to win, like let's just say you're in the championship bracket. Obviously, you're competing with a bunch of teams, right?
Hmm.
The way you win the championship bracket, you have to win 3 point or 3 games. You have to.
Okay.
Every team has to win three, and so it's the games can go on for a long time. Just so you know. Wait, can you hear me?
No, I can hear you just fine.
I can't hear you.
Wait, really?
Oh, now I can. What the hell? It was just so quiet. But yeah, um, yeah, they do it good. I mean, at least they give everyone a chance to participate in their stuff.
Yeah.
Even with their 12 partner teams. I mean, they still give a chance to every region as you named off. So they do it right.
No, it should be cool for Apex fans going into this next season. They have like they
What
have a
pub?
structured thing going on.
So what PUBG failed to do is what Apex is doing properly. Remember
Hmm.
when Apex had Apex Mobile? They had their league.
Yeah.
They just didn't run it properly. I don't think I just don't remember how they did the qualifications and stuff. But like a bunch of regions don't qualify for it, and then a bunch of regions qualify for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun when you have like an actual international tournament. It's one of the reasons why Worlds and League is so fun to watch. That you have players from all over the planet representing their region, seeing how they play the meta in their own hands. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Apex having a good
Pretty
time.
much.
Speaking of League, some big news out from JDG if their roster changes. Both 369 and Knight are gone, which was not what I was expecting. But considering what happened to them when they played against T1, I mean, 369 didn't play bad, but I'm surprised that they dropped. I'm surprised that they dropped Knight.
My boy played like a six.
Played like he was just okay.
Uh, I mean, it would make sense. Like, think about it. They played T1 last year.
Hmm.
Um,
And they got 3-1.
they lost 3-1, and then their whole like, oh, we're gonna be the first team to send T1 home.
Hmm.
Um,
They were supposed
because
to win Worlds.
you're supposed, yeah. So, uh, this whole like revenge story just didn't make sense, and then they didn't even make it as a revenge story because it was mainly, oh, can Ruler do the same thing he did to Faker back in the year? I'm like, what? Like what are we? What storyline is this? Are we trying to prove that Ruler took something away from Faker, or does JDG want the revenge? Like, what is it?
I guess it's both. Like, will Ruler win another world championship in Thor Faker's dream? And will JDG be able to get revenge after losing in the semis last year to League? The answer to both of that was no. Because JDG got 3-1 again, and Ruler got sent home again, and Faker won his fourth trophy. So, but Ruler is still on JDG, so there is that. But we'll see what roster they build. They were supposed to be the strongest Chinese team, so it was kind of surprising to see them get slapped around by T1 like this two times in a year. Two times in the past 2 years. So it's just like, hey, man. I don't know what China. China is usually the one region that can like actually go toe to toe with Korea, but when Korea is like popping off, the Chinese region can't do anything.
The way, okay, bro, it's like for some reason, what region are we talking? We're talking about the China region, or how would you say it?
The LPL China, and then you have the LCK Korea.
Okay, the LCK is the NBA, and the other one is the what, what's the low league in basketball?
That's a good question. Uh,
What the?
NBA. What is it?
Oh,
The NBA Tier 2 league?
no, it has a name. Oh my god, I'm blanking.
What is the NBA second league? The NBA G League?
Yeah, the G League. That's
Oh,
what it is.
oh, okay.
That's what it's like. Because the
Wow.
way they play league is like different from like everyone. You
Mm,
know, they like play the game where they're like it, they're playing on like, how can I say it?
I think the easy way is like Korean teams are very methodical of how they play. Chinese teams bring the fight to your doorstep and beat you over the head.
Do you see how NA plays league? It's a snooze fest, dude.
Our league is we have some of the longest games in league. Like if you watch the LCS sometimes you'll be seeing there like normal season C9 versus like Immortals, 50 minutes long. You're like, what is happening? What are these two
I
teams
was like,
doing right
is
now?
it a back and forth suit? Nope. They just play so slow.
We don't react, which is why we get tossed around on the international stage. But yeah, China plays fast, Korea plays like a moderate pace. We tend to play slow, and then when we try to play fast, we can't match the other team's regions. And Europe tries to match the Chinese region, and they do it. Depending on the year, it can be successful or not.
Well, not this year because
Oh, this year, the
they
Western
got
world.
they got slapped around by NA team.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't good for you. This year was just bad for the West in general. The Eastern teams just had a better time. But yeah, we'll see what JDG tries to run next year to their World Championship
Oh well,
designed roster.
now that we're talking about league,
Yeah.
let's talk about Death because I don't think we talked about it. He got dropped, right? Or or they released him.
I'm assuming he was released and he's on what team was it again? I think we mentioned it in passing last week, but it was him and Pyosik from TL because he also got dropped, and they reunited on one of the Korean teams. Hold on,
They're not gonna make it.
KT Rolster, which KT Rolster, if you know anything about Korea, the KT is Korean Telecom, SKT for South Korean Telecom. So T1 versus KT. They're like the two giant telecommunication giants, and they have the telecom wars in South Korea because KT is the one team that gives T1 a hard time every time they play in the LCK during any match it is. In fact, if KT didn't drop one game during their best of five during the LCK playoffs, T1 would have not been at Worlds. Like that's how close it was.
Think about it. That just because of that, the whole outcome just changed. Faker doesn't go into Win Worlds. We don't see the roster come back again. We don't see this roster play again. Okay, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Faker, okay, T1 only won Worlds for one thing, and it's because KT selected them during the LCK playoffs. If KT chose Gen G, different story completely. But since KT chose T1 because they thought T1 was weaker since Faker was out, they're like, oh, we'll be fine. And look where it got them.
Yeah, you just cemented my guy's legacy even bigger. He already had one. Now he just, bro. This is like we saw this. Okay, we saw what happened last year.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that team was gonna get worse, right? There's no way. You
No
just
one
can't.
thought. But it's just like, how people
It's
were
just
acting
an
when Faker was
it's
gone.
it's just an injury that caused them to be bad. And then you saw what happened when he came back.
Yeah.
They played like the team that should have won Worlds last year.
Yeah.
They should have won it. I don't know why they did it. I don't know how they did it. I'm still shocked. Like I know it's over because they won Worlds this year.
Yeah.
But they would have won it last year.
They could have had another back to back, but no, I don't know what happened. Damn. Last year still hurts. But it's fine now. We just know that KT was the path that T1 needed to get to where they were this year and win Worlds. Because without that, this whole story is very different. So. Good things for T1, and we'll see what other roster mania stuff happens for League. But on to CS. NRG is back in CS Go. Apparently, they joined the CS2 League. So
PS2 league? That's what it's
Counter Strike
called?
2. Well,
I know.
it's still like they just say CS, they don't say CS2.
Okay.
Just to make sure people know.
Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. They picked up what roster did they pick up? EG? No, right?
No, EG still holding on to their roster for some reason.
For some reason, when I thought of NRG returning, I thought they would have picked up because of the whole thing with EG. I thought they picked up their roster because I'm not used to I'm not really known with the CS side.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Their current roster is OC, Daps, Breeze, Hext, and Fang. With Daps being their coach. Not their coach, but like their like their main play.
The IGL.
Yeah.
But wasn't this a roster before? Like this
No,
wasn't a roster somewhere?
all these players got picked up on November 27th of this year.
No, but they were like on a roster. They were on a team together, right?
Uh, Let me check actually.
They had to, right? There's no way they just picked up random.
Daps was the coach for Team Liquid up until November. OC was on Team Liquid. Okay, okay. Breeze was on EG. Hext was on EG, and Fang was on Complexity. So I know I didn't realize that EG lost two players, but EG has like remember like a 9-man like Counter Strike team, so a lot is happening over
Man,
there.
man, you step a rock.
I was about to say Rocket League, but no, Counter Strike team. Yeah, Energy's roster is good. Yeah, it's a good roster.
You can hate Twitter, bro.
We'll get to that at the end, but Energy's back in Counter Strike. Next, we have another some league news. Big news for NA. The king of well, depending on who you ask, the king of North America, Double Lift, has officially retired from League of Legends entirely. He will no longer be competing in any capacity, and I'm assuming he's going to become a full-time content creator and streamer now. So
I thought he was retired already. No bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was retired.
he hasn't been on a roster in a few years, but he's like, I might come back, I might not, and he's like, no, I'm good. He's not doing this
All right,
anymore.
wait. Okay. Are we done? Wait, can we move on?
Well, I do want to add that
Oh
Double
wait, finish.
Lift.
Wait, can we move on after we're done with this? What I got that
Yeah,
just came in right now.
yeah, of
Sorry,
course. The
sorry.
Double Lift is one of the 4 or 5 league players globally who has participated in Worlds 10 times. The
How many
only
do you want?
none. I was about to say, the only difference is that he's the only one who's went to Worlds 10 times, but hasn't won a single World Championship because the other 4 have, and the other 4 have obviously gotten out of the group stage. Double Lift in his 10-year career at Worlds has never gotten out of the group stage, despite being on like top tier rosters for North America. So unfortunate stuff. But now on to what are you bringing in?
I'm gonna mute myself for a second. One second.
Oh, I don't know what he's bringing in.
My fault. My mom was calling me saying if I ate, I did. Gotta
Okay.
make sure. Anyway, sorry. So as you know, whenever this goes live, which I think it's gonna be Thursday, hopefully,
Yep.
the CDL starts this Friday, or obviously this will be December 6th. The thing is, the CDL hasn't announced where they're gonna stream it from,
Oh.
and we're literally
It's like
4 days out,
yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize
and
that.
like now that I think, because it's been coming, it says people are like, where are we supposed to watch it? Like, where are we going to watch it?
Hmm.
So they haven't announced it, and usually they post them on the like the these right
Yeah.
like the matches and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube Gaming or watch us on Twitch TV.
It's not. They don't have anywhere to like they don't. There's nowhere for it to be. Excuse me. There's no like place for them. Like they're not posting link to like anything or like watch the match on here on this.
Yeah.
Um, no one knows. They not even owners know.
Mm.
Usually they know, but there's no news. Not even people like that leak stuff know. Which is like, what are we watching it? Are we gonna watch it on like a website they're gonna make?
There's either that or there's also a chance that they weren't able to get an exclusivity deal with either Twitch or YouTube and just stream on both of them like what I've been recommending for the longest now. So I don't know. I mean, we
They
gotta wait
they
for
they,
like 4 days to figure out what's gonna happen.
they don't they didn't have they didn't have a deal with Twitch last year, and look what their numbers did. You telling me they weren't going to go off of it, or is it because they don't want to get a deal because the league is shutting down?
That's the thing. There might be that because remember the rumors after Owl closed that after this will be the last year for the CDL as well, and they'll transition to whatever Overwatch League's gonna do for next year. So potentially that the CDL, despite from like what we're seeing on the front side, behind the scenes is chaos right now. Considering that their sister league, which was the bigger league, exploded, and the owners that are in that league now want this league to die. So a lot of things are happening. This CDL shouldn't have been a thing in the first place. They should have just stuck with the CWL.
Stick with Halo's. What's so hard about that format? What is hard about that format?
Because they
Like
want it to be sports.
What? We're okay. I get it's called esports, but it's called wait, what is it called?
Electronic sports. That's
Electronic sport.
Yeah.
Are you, bro? Stop making everything sports related. We have our own world for a reason. We have our leagues for a reason. We have the way we play the games and how, bro. It it's so hard to find up and coming talent in COD if you're not watching challengers or playing in them. And then in Halo, I mean, look at these stars that just came out of nowhere from Open Bracket.
Yeah.
Remember Quadrant?
Yeah.
Remember what Noah used to call that was like a top team, not even partnered.
Yeah.
Like this is the problem. Like open bracket systems have always been a good thing for look. You get okay. It's better because I think you help the player get publicity and make them a star.
Mhm.
And because they're new, you could get a good salary, low price because they're just new. And obviously, you want to start winning stuff off rip. But if this guy's like the next big thing, and he's only a rookie, right? Let's just say he's a rookie.
Yep.
You could pay him a rookie type of salary. You don't have to go out and go buy someone or like go buy someone off a roster to get a good team.
No, yeah.
That's the point of like these open brackets and open tournaments. You see new people's face, like new players come out of the blue.
I mean,
you remember Soul's Knight?
Yeah.
You remember that guy? The guy who's fucking spawn trapped us on Plaza?
Yeah.
Well, where he's at now? Well, he's not on our roster, but he's in the league.
Yeah, he's in the league. So, I mean, I think for me, there's two good ways that you can run an esports league. One is the unfranchised route, like you said, how we see with Halo, where you have like partner teams, but they're not franchise teams, and it allows for an open ecosystem where like we can throw together a roster of 4 people and then go on an open bracket tournament and run the bracket and then compete with these same top teams. So that allows for an open ecosystem to grow and allows for players to be discovered.
Also, that and it helps orgs that are new to the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Get into the scene by picking up that team.
Yeah,
and it just helps, and then it helps. Like, like this big team, like this upper team, like go do that. Dude's like the next big thing. Mm-hmm. We could go get him because he's like that's the whole point. You got to look for the next, like the best players, but like the next best thing at like as quick. Like I realized that.
No, I get what you mean. But that's like one route. If you go the franchise route, the other option is that you have your main franchise league, but then you have an amateur league, and then you have a league under that, which is what both Val and League do. Because if you look at the LCS or LCK, you have like their main region, and then you have like LCS amateurs or LCK amateurs, and then under that they have like LCS or LCK like beginners. So you have people who are like brand new getting into esports starting in that league. If they perform well enough, they get promoted to the next roster, and then up and up and up, and that's how you grow talent,
I get I don't get like franchising. I feel like it only could be done in like how this is gonna sound faded in the European/Asian region because they just do it right because of how
they take it seriously.
It's how well structured those regions are.
Yeah,
we don't give a shit.
No,
we just think if we make a league and we franchise it, we can make money.
We'll be fine. No. Yeah.
That's why League is ahead of us. They play their finals in stadiums. We play them in like 7,000 like seat arena. Like what? What?
They'll take the local concert hall and have their world final. Halo has had their world final in the same location for the past 8 years, man.
They gotta move that. Like I get you want to do it in like where like the heart of Halo is,
Yeah.
but come on, dog. Come on, switch it up. Go to like at least a different part of the country, bro. Like
No, we always gotta fly to Seattle every October to watch Halo World, man. Uh,
so sad, bro. So sad.
No, it's definitely you can do franchising, but you have to have a development league. Like you don't just have the main league and an amateur league. You do it like how Riot does. You have the main league, amateur league, and then there's a beginners league right underneath it, and it allows for so many more players to be in the ecosystem, have an actual esports contract, and it gives smaller esports teams a place to compete. Riot has in North America by itself. You have the LCS. You have the LCS like Academy League, then you have the LCS like Beginners League, and then you have the LCS partnered with colleges that allow colleges to participate and fly out to their arena and play live. And many of those players on college teams end up ending on like LCS teams. Like COD has what? You have the CDL, you have somewhat of like a lower league, and then
That's
that's
it.
it. There's
And then
nothing more.
college,
Yeah.
but like they barely get any recognition. But yeah, they have a college. They have a college league. It, but like half like most of these pros are it played on those college leagues. Like come on, bro.
I don't know
Like
what to
it's
tell you.
not fair. But what can you do?
Like presumably this will be the last year for the CDL, so we'll see whatever happens next year, I guess. But that's a whole year out, so we can't say too much. But besides that, we have let's do the GTA. GTA 6 trailer came out like an hour or two officially before we're recording this. That game looks beautiful. I'll say that one number one. Clearly, it's in
Did
Florida. That's number two.
why? Because of the fucking crazy coop people.
Yeah, the insane people, Vice City, all the neon lights, the gators walking through restaurants and whatnot.
Bro, that can't we get in Atlanta, damn GTA. Is that to wait another 20 years for that?
You're gonna have to like petition them, and they're gonna take like we're gonna be like 70 years old when like GTA 9 comes out in Atlanta.
Anyways, yeah, the thing came out, was supposed to come out Tuesday, December 12, December 5th,
Yep.
2023. But because of leaks that came out earlier today, because obviously
There's a
Marco
leaker
was
on
telling
Twitter,
me
and he got
leaker.
insta
Hey,
banned.
so he had footage of the game. There's footage of the game out there.
Mhm.
But the thing is, Marco was telling me, obviously you have to upload this to a database,
Yeah.
um, so it could go public the next day.
Yeah.
Um, obviously that's the perfect time for obviously people that are good at coding and log and hacking into like stuff like that could get this info. That's why you see a bunch of leaks come out early.
Yep.
Um, so the game looks, like I said, it looked beautiful. It looks like you said, it looked beautiful. It looks good. Very realistic. Obviously, we saw leaks come out of it out of the game earlier this year.
Mhm.
And we could tell it's exactly the same thing. So the leakers got a hand of it, and it won't come out until 2025.
Yeah,
And,
we still got a little bit to go just
we
to
got a
play this game.
year. I'm gonna say it's a year now because we're already in
I'd say like a
December.
year and a half because I doubt it comes out at the beginning of 25. It's going to be like
Or,
either a summer or winter launch. Yeah.
or it comes out. It probably won't launch.
Yeah. We got a long
Well,
time to go.
so that's what 12 years since the last GTA. It'll be 12 years since the last GTA came out when they released this one.
By the time that comes out, I would have already graduated from my master's program. Like the last time a GTA came out, I was what still in middle school.
Yeah,
That's wild. Jesus
but
Christ,
you
it's
gotta
so long.
remember they do make Red Dead Redemption. Once they finish, but they do have a good reason. Their reasoning is why stop. You know, why make a new game when the game that you have right now is still making you money? Why? And that's a good reason. They said they haven't decided, they didn't start making the game because GTA 5 was still making so much money. from the Shark cards, the GTA Online was like the biggest thing they've ever released.
Yep.
You know, so they had no reason to make it, and obviously, GTA started going down. And, obviously people started doing the GTA, role play servers and stuff like that. The game started going stale, and obviously they've been working on the game. It's not like they weren't,
Yep.
but they just they weren't out and they weren't out there trying to push it quick as possible
Hmm.
because they weren't like they just needed something to make money. They were making much money, so much money on GTA 5. GTA. This is probably the longest um
We're
this
in
game
GTA.
GTA 5 was like relevant. It's been pretty relevant since it came out when we were in middle school, and I mean it
It's
still
still
was talked
relevant
about.
now. I mean,
It got popular again during COVID too,
mhm.
because their online like thing that they released was like the biggest thing they've ever, and it's like the thing that made them the most money. So
Yep.
um, it made sense. I mean, why stop and make something else when you're still making money from what you have now? So
No, exactly.
it makes sense why not push it. So oh yeah, sorry I blabbed on too much, but
No, you're good.
that makes sense. Um, yeah, the game was good. It's gonna look amazing. Hopefully, I gotta upgrade that PC to max because that thing looks insane.
25, Max. I'm assuming there's going to be no Xbox One support for this
No,
game, so
well, not Xbox. Yeah, it will be on the newer gen
has to
consoles
be. Yeah,
or
there's no
current
way.
gen console now. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, can't wait for that. Long time coming.
Yeah, we'll get back to it in like a year and a half when it actually comes out. But besides GTA 5, other news, we got a new Halo season that is coming out this week. It's the mid not a new season, it's a mid-season update. And it brings us a King of the Hill firefight, which is something that fans have been asking for a long time. So if you ever played firefight in the older Halo games, this is like a godsend for us right now. So it should be a fun like mid-season update.
Bro, I have not played Halo in so long.
Hmm.
I don't. I've only played two games since MW3 came out. I haven't played anything but that and Fortnite.
Ah,
Because Fortnite had brought back the OG, and the thing was popping.
yeah.
But like I said, yeah, new Halo season. Can't wait to see what they got. Hopefully, there's some Christmas stuff because
Oh
I
yeah,
like Christmas
definitely.
themed stuff. And yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully, I mean the game was already good. I mean they started. It's just Fortnite, and then brought back OG, and then MW just dropped like a month ago.
Mm.
So haven't played Halo since almost like 2 months now.
Yeah,
Since we recorded the videos,
yeah, yeah.
so I haven't played it. I don't know what's going on in this update.
We got
I
some
know
like
there's an update.
performance changes, some like weapon balancing, some stuff like that. So it's supposed to be a good like stability update for the game with some new cosmetics, new game modes, whatnot.
So nothing
They're
crazy.
they're they're rolling now. Like they're on their roll of what they need to do for the game to keep it alive. So it's good to see. But since you brought up Fortnite, actually, new Fortnite season dropped yesterday. Queue for some people was like 3, 4, 5 hours depending on what time you wanted to get on, and I will say the map looks awesome. They need to do something to diversify how weapons look. Cause some of the shotguns look exactly like ARs, and you
This
like
shit is ass. It is terrible.
the
No,
handling
okay. Wait.
is
Okay.
the
Let me
handling is a
not
little
just
weird. Go
let
ahead.
me just not throw out what I just. Okay, so the game looks good. It looks amazing. The new features, it's awesome. Their battle pass, insane. Obviously, Peter Griffin, in Fortnite. Who would have thought? Not me, because this was leaked like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, we know what's wrong with the game. I mean, did Fortnite did address it earlier today.
Mhm.
But so the movement, it's I guess it's a new movement system. that they
Basically,
want to try. I mean, you could explain it better than me.
they've nerfed movement because the game, has become super fast paced. So sprinting has been lowered, and same with the walking speed. And they've also made a new animation to match that. So especially people who play builds, are complaining because they can't do the things that they were able to do. Obviously, people who don't play builds, depending on how you like Fortnite, this is little change to none for some, or a big change for others. Personally, for me, I have to play it a little bit more to see how it runs. We were still able to win games yesterday with the new movement, but it does, at least because the game has been running the same for like what, the past 5 years, and to have this change thrown at us suddenly, it does feel off. So we'll have to play a little bit more to see down the road if we like it. But right now, I'm leaning towards not liking it. I know you don't like it at all. And like what we're mentioning also is that the weapons models are too similar.
Bro, I literally tried to take a gunfight from range, and I had a shotgun because it
Yeah,
looks like an AR.
yeah, it looks dead on like an AR.
What the fuck? Like, what were y'all thinking? Like, come on,
And the AR looks like a
fix
scar.
the ballistic shield needs to be nerfed
That
at
is
least,
OP right now. It's super. If you have good aim, it's super OP right now, especially in no
bro.
builds.
You could spray it. You yesterday you were like single tapping it. If you
Yeah.
hold down your trigger, it fires automatic, like fully automatic.
Oh, okay.
That thing is OP as hell. Um, the game. I mean, the island looks amazing. Like
Mhm.
this is the first time I've not hated one of the newer islands.
No, the features are
Um,
good too. Like obviously you have the cars and stuff, but the train that goes around the map is also a cool thing. And all the POIs are like large and like have a bunch of stuff, so
they
that's
look
fun.
very nostalgic too.
Hmm.
They're not exactly from the OG map, but they look nostalgia
Yeah.
to a point where like I feel like I'm playing the OG map,
Hmm.
which I kind of like. We're kind of noticing it when we were playing yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this area looks familiar from like one of the OG maps.
Hmm.
It just looks like it's more built up, like more extended on.
No, exactly.
Um, so it kind of gave me like a nostalgia feel. Um, but obviously, like I said, the movement is something that has been like criticized
Hmm.
throughout the whole Fortnite community. Um, like I said, Epic did or like Fortnite did release a tweet about the movement. They thought they're like we realized they're gonna make some tweaks. They made a couple tweaks to it already, but they're gonna see how it works out, and if they need to do more tweaks to it, they'll do it.
Yeah.
So they're actually listening, which is crazy because Fortnite really doesn't listen that quick to their. But this is like the first time they've taken feedback, and like I said, they did release a tweet earlier today about it,
Yeah.
and they have been listening to the people critique the movement. So they are tweaking. They did tweak it today. It might play a little differently, but they just want people to like. They said something about like a game will start feeling more natural the more you play it.
Mm.
You just got to get used to it. Um, but we'll see. I just don't. I feel like you move way slow.
Yeah, it feels really slow.
It just feels slow and clunky. But like, besides like the weapons looking almost the same, the gunplay feels good.
Hmm.
Um, I remember. I mean, I haven't got. Okay, this might be like a hot, not a hot take, but like people used to complain about controller aim assist.
Yeah.
Well, I think you know how last year's like the last chapter was like like that one, how bad it was.
Hmm.
You know, so in this game, I feel like it's a little better. It's not perfect, but it's like just enough to where people are not complaining that the aim assist is broken to a point where the controller players aren't complaining about it being terrible.
Hmm.
You notice? Did you notice that yesterday when we were playing? Like the it doesn't feel as bad. Obviously, it's hard to tell because all the guns have scopes on them.
Yeah.
This whole season, it's literally we could literally make a whole separate video on like. But the game has you can add attachments to your weapons. I'm gonna just be quick about it. You can add attachments. It just changes the way the gun performs. I guess obviously
Yeah. You can put on
um
grips for stability, scopes for
grips
range, all sorts of
yeah.
stuff.
So obviously this was leaked a long time ago.
Yeah.
Remember how they talked about it? Adding attachments.
Yeah. It was like 2 years ago
Uh,
almost.
2 years ago, and they just never went through.
Hmm.
Obviously, we've had guns come out with like scopes on them, but not the way they are like how in this game or in this chapter, sorry, um, are talked about like how much you know scopes and then grips and then stocks. They change the way the gun. Obviously, you can't do them to legendary weapons. Obviously, there's no point.
Yeah.
I mean, they already said it. But like I said, this like concept was already thought about 2 years ago. They say they were gonna do it, and they never did. They just added weapons with scopes.
Yeah.
Um, so it's new. The gameplay's I mean, like I said, we talked about like we were saying, it feels good. The only issue I think is just the weapons look way too similar to the certain like ARs and shotguns look the same,
Yeah.
and then the movement. But obviously, like I said, they're making tweaks. I feel like the more if we were playing more, it would make me feel better or like more natural.
Yeah.
But we don't really play like that often. So yeah, but yeah, they did announce some crazy stuff. Um, Obviously they have I'll start out slow. So there was rumors about Fortnite doing the whole Lego collab thing. Remember a long time ago,
Hmm.
maybe like a couple months ago. Um, we didn't think it was true, but when the event happened, because they did an event the day before, I was able to do it. They showed like a lot of stuff. So obviously there's a Lego survival type of thing. The way people are talking about it, it's like Fortnite, Lego, and Minecraft. It's supposed to play like a Minecraft.
I mean, from what I saw, it looks like it's almost like they made a brand new Fortnite game in like the Lego game engine. Like take the Lego Star Wars game, but replace everything with Fortnite, but have it in the Fortnite launcher. That's what it looks like. So should be fun, honestly, especially from the little teaser from the event that you had.
And then I guess you could say like the racing type of game.
Yeah, there's a Rocket
Uh,
League. It looks like they're adding like Rocket League tracks with the cars and whatnot. So that should also be cool.
and then I think
They're adding a concert server that will have concerts going on. So I'm
like
curious to see.
you play Guitar Hero.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're supposed to like release another thing like that, similar to that.
So like what was
Obviously,
happening during like the Eminem part of the
yeah.
event? Yeah.
So that's another thing. There's actually now that I'm saying, the weekend is having his own concert this weekend.
Mm.
The weekend is having a concert this weekend on Fortnite.
Weekend on the weekend. Yep.
Yeah, the weekend on Fortnite for free. But yeah, these things are supposed to come out in the next couple days. I'm excited to actually try them. It's crazy how much Fortnite's evolved and how much this game has evolved in front of our eyes.
Hmm.
Even though people have critiqued it so much, like changing the ways, making it play like a Roblox.
And people are
I
always going to
mean,
complain about like changes in Fortnite, but clearly people are still playing it despite all the critiques and stuff. They're doing something right that they're still holding on. They had like what 50 million players on yesterday. They're
yeah,
not going anywhere. They're doing just fine.
yeah. That's why. Remember how we used to make fun of them when they used to, when you go into a game, it would say this is a beta.
Mm.
It's technically still a beta because
Still,
of how much.
yeah.
It's crazy how much Fortnite went from back then to now. And how much they've evolved this game and how much like this whole like creative like map thing was like insane. Obviously, people are like, oh, it's like Roblox. Oh, they're changing the game. No, well, is it though? Like, obviously, there's other games out there that do that. Like, obviously, Roblox does it the best.
Minecraft, Halo, you know.
They have their things, obviously. But I liked it. I mean, there's a bunch of games on it. I mean, their things have gone insane.
Mhm.
Horror games are pretty crazy on that game. Um, so yeah, I'm actually excited to see what they plan to do with that Lego feature more than anything.
Yep.
Because I mean, obviously we know how the race one's gonna work. Obviously we know, but the Lego one, like it's just we're not sure how they're gonna play it or like how they're gonna work around it or do what they're
Yeah, it's like, will it be
but like
Fortnite just with Lego characters? Will it be a Lego game in Fortnite? We don't know yet.
so yeah yeah
Yeah. Besides Fortnite, this section we're gonna blitz through a little bit so we can save some time. But we have the winners for the esports awards. We'll start off with Content Creator of the Year went to Soul, spelled with S8UL. I think she was a Portuguese or
Yeah.
streamer. Yeah, she won Content Creator of the Year. Then Esports Personality of the Year went to Disguised Toast. Esports Gamer of the Year, I'm surprised it went to Valorant, but Riot Games wins either way, so it's whatever. Esports Coverage Platform of the Year went to Esports Charts. Publisher of the Year went to Riot, who's surprised. Organization of the Year went to Team Vitality, which is what I was surprised about. But Streamer of the Year went to Rivers GG. Desk Analyst of the Year went to A Evil Cat. Team of the Year went to T1 from League. PC Player of the Year went to Faker from League. Controller Player of the Year went to Hydra.
Yes, we finally won something.
You got something on there. Host of the Year went to Wavepunk. Colorcaster of the Year went to our Halo's very own Gaskin. So we got something in there too.
Well deserved. Well
Yeah.
deserved.
Play Caster went to Uber. Collegiate Program of the Year went to the University of Oklahoma. Breakthrough Player of the Year went to Demon One. Not surprised. Supporting Service of the Year went to Project Agency. Creative Team of the Year went to Paper Crowns. Creative of the Year went to Sesso. I've actually never heard of Sesso, so I don't know them. Do you? No? Okay. Esports Broadcast / Production Team of the Year went to the ESL Faceit Group. Esports Content of the Year went to Faker, A Decade of Greatness. Not surprised. Esports Mobile Player of the Year went to Mohammed Light.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know who that is, but shout out to the mobile players because they don't get no respect.
No, exactly. Esports Coach of the Year went to EG's very own Potter, which she deserves it after everything that she went through this
Should have
year.
been T1. Should have been Faker.
No, Coach of the Year definitely goes to Potter.
I know. I'm just trying.
Journalist of the Year goes to Richard Lewis. Esports Commercial Partner of the Year goes to Gucci. Esports Cosplayer of the Year goes to what? You were surprised about Gucci?
Yeah.
Who do they sponsor besides T1? I couldn't tell you. Esports.
Well, I don't know.
No, T1 is Louis Vuitton. I have no idea who Gucci sponsors. Huh.
European team.
I get yeah. Esports Cosplayer of the Year goes to Akemi-kun. Esports Mobile Game of the Year goes to Mobile Legends, which is, if you ever play Mobile Legends, it's just the mobile version of League of Legends. And then Esports Player of the Year goes to Monies. So that's the Esports Awards. And then this Friday is the Game Awards. So we'll be basically doing the same thing on the next podcast. But that's it for the gaming esports category. Now on to the general news, and we're going to start off with the weirdest topic of the night, which is at Disneyland last week, there was a grown man who was on It's a Small World, and he took off all of his clothes, got out of the cart, and started walking around the ride. Why? I don't know. This is a ride that it's heavily leaning towards children too, so it's like, what are you doing, mate?
Yeah. We got some weird people in this room, man. That's I mean, I heard about it. I didn't really think much, like look into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it just speaks for itself. I mean, what you just said and what there's like an article about it. Like the headline for it was pretty much what it gave it away. Can't think of it off my head right now. But yeah, it's weird. I mean, how can someone do that? Especially, I mean, families are going there to have fun.
Yeah.
Mainly for their children more than anything. And then you see that, like, it's
why?
unacceptable, dude. Like, get a grip.
Obviously, he got escorted out of the park, and we can assume banned for life because that's what Disney does. So, I don't know what he was thinking, but he did that.
Imagine out of all places, you get banned from the happiest place in the world. What do they call Disney?
California is a happy place on earth.
On Earth. Yeah. And you get banned from that? What? Come on. Come on.
It happens. People can be weird sometimes. But next, advertisers have been flooding off of Twitter the past month, essentially, because of decisions that the platform has been making. A lot of advertisers have been accusing Elon Musk of being anti-Semitist due to some remarks that he has been saying for the past month, and then he also tried to like backwalk it by saying that he like pro-Israel and whatever, but advertisers aren't buying it, so you have like people like Disney or like Walmart, and they're just not advertising or even posting on Twitter anymore. And we'll see how long this lasts for. But like Twitter makes the majority of their money from advertisers, and if this is like a prolonged boycott, this could actually jeopardize Twitter in the long run and could be the legitimate death of the platform. So we'll see what happens with this. But of course, like every week, we just have to bring up Elon on Twitter because something insane is always happening. And to tie that in, we both were experiencing some weird stuff on Twitter recently, where the algorithm has been sending a lot of people, regardless of what you follow, recommending like pages that
Violence.
post
Violence.
violence.
Violence. We're just
Well,
gonna say violence. We don't want to go into detail, but it's been pretty bad.
mm,
I don't follow any of these pages. I don't think any of my people that I follow these pages.
yeah,
Um, it's pretty weird. It's hard to go in public and open Twitter.
yeah. You'll
Because
be
of it.
scrolling, and like the next thing you know, you see somebody getting his life taken out instantly, and like
Like
what?
like, and I'm like I look and like nothing that I like. It doesn't matter, but this is it's terrible in my opinion. It's been really really bad. I mean, we talked about it yesterday, and what are the odds that we talked about the same video at the same time?
Yep.
Like, you know how bad it has to be. Like, they gotta get that fixed or something, or get get that away from the timeline if you don't follow it.
No, yeah,
But
it's kind of
it's
annoying how
weird.
they recommend pages that you won't follow, but then out of all the pages they could have recommended, it's that one. I don't get it, but
Terrible. Like I remember when Twitter did their best to get those videos off the timeline feed.
yeah,
Now they're just showing up as recommended things on my feed.
yep.
You remember how clean they like Twitter was at one point from stuff like that?
Yeah, Twitter was like you can post anything but like super brutal things.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Now it's like it's a
The
free for all. You
recommend
can
the
post what,
recommend
yeah.
it's
It's
terrible in my
it,
opinion. I don't get why. Um I don't think they're gonna fix this anytime soon. I don't think they will, because I don't think anyone's complaining about it but us.
there
But
has to
I
be
just
more, but it's
are
not like a big
bro,
issue for
it's
them right now.
insane because I've gone to Twitter or I've gone to people's streams and they talk about the same thing.
Hmm.
Like the thieves, I'm gonna just say the title of it says what happens to thieves in Brazil. If I say that and someone's like, if you have Twitter and you probably know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
because I brought it up yesterday and we talked about it, and they were like, and then the thing I was watching Kenny stream after Kenny stream,
hmm.
and then he said, "Bro, Twitter's been insane, bro. Like the videos that have been popping up about these, like what happens to people in Brazil when they steal." I'm like, what?
Wait a minute.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what is up with Twitter? If someone else is talking about it and you're talking about it, there's a problem.
I don't know
Where,
what
where,
to tell you.
where's the Thanksgiving pictures and holiday pictures pages coming up? Where are they at? I don't want to see that.
No, you don't get any of that, man. You just get people checking out of life is what you get on Twitter.
Hey, what is wrong with Twitter? We
It,
can never, like you said, we can never go a day without talking about Elon. And this is not it, bro. This is definitely not it. We
every
gotta fix
week
it.
they do something, and it's just I'm surprised we're still here after a year of Elon running Twitter. It's wild.
Bro, Mark, fix your app, bro. Just update it or do something to
Yeah,
it.
Threads is like, what has
It
happened to
died.
Threads?
It died on day one, bro. I have yet to use it.
I uninstalled it. I don't use it.
I don't have it either. I installed it.
It was
And
so promising.
the stupid things about it, also, you can't even delete your threads. You have to delete your whole
IG,
Instagram to
yeah.
delete threads. I'm like, why? Why? Like, I don't need. Bro,
That's how you know they rushed it since it's like directly linked to your Instagram without any way to just
which
delete one.
at that point I was like, okay, this is good. Then I start thinking, Threads, Instagram, Facebook. Like what? Like, come on, dog.
It's a lost cause. And then like Twitter's actual CEO apparently doesn't have like we talked about this before, doesn't actually have like much power compared to Elon. He's like, oh, I'll shift the power to her, while he's actually still behind the scenes pulling all the strings. It's, I don't know, man. We'll see how long Twitter lasts for the next year. But on a more happy topic, the boys had a trailer for the
Yeah.
new season, which takes place right after the Gen 5 series. So, if you like the boys, good things are happening. Exciting times.
You like boys?
No, I said if you like the boys.
If you like the Amazon Prime premium show, The Boys, then you're gonna like the new season because I like the trailer. I like the
You
trailer
like the
for it.
boys?
I like the Amazon Prime premiere show of The Boys. That's how you have to say it.
Yeah.
Yes, season 5 trailer looks insane. I can't wait to see it next year when it comes out in the summer. That's what That's what it's projected to come out,
Mhm.
but it's coming out next year.
Yeah.
Obviously, they just came off the Gen V. I watched some of it. Wasn't really a big fan.
Yeah.
Um, but I do recommend watching it just so you know it makes sense whatever's going on in that universe. But
Mhm.
yeah, The Boys, show on Amazon Prime
Yeah, there's that.
is scheduled to come out sometime in September, summer of next
Summer of
year.
next 2024.
At least next year, or just it was
Yeah.
supposed to come out this year, but it got delayed. So I see
Okay.
why because of the show. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I've been saying, and we have an additional topic. I forgot to add it onto the script, but it was a recent one. So, and we were talking about it yesterday. But the college football playoffs is facing a lot of controversy and backlash right now from all over the country, except for from Alabama, because of the final selections for the top four. And two teams specifically
Wrong
are
time. No, I'm just joking. Joking. Go ahead. Go ahead.
two teams are pissed off right now. Georgia, the former number one seed, now number six, and Florida, the number five seed, which went undefeated in their
Undefeated
division, and
and won the championship in their
it was
division.
nothing. And the rumor, and it's leaning heavily to this, that Florida wasn't selected because their quarterback was out. And it's like, oh, they're a weaker team without him. They still won games without him. They imagine I can't imagine any other sport where you go undefeated and then not even qualify for the playoffs. Like what?
Okay. You know I like to joke to you about Alabama or Georgia a lot because I don't have a problem with Georgia football. I just don't. I don't have a problem with it. It's just the fan.
Yeah.
Don't have a problem with them. Hopefully I don't get no backlash. But I like Georgia's football team. They play really good football.
Mm.
I just like to mess with Mock and because of it's just funny. Um, Obviously I'm gonna be straight up. I don't think they should have been dropped out of the playoffs.
Mm.
And if not, at least FSU should have made it. Um, it's pretty dumb that the committee chose Alabama.
Yeah.
Um, it's weird because the committee is ran by ex NFL um, players
Mm.
and analysts and stuff like that. So it comes to a shock to me to think team that went undefeated doesn't even get a shot in the final four.
It feels like your whole season was wasted playing, trying to win every game like it's a life or death situation just to not even be able to go on.
And I don't. I think also is like I don't think they wanted to see versus Alabama versus Georgia again after playing each other again.
Mm-hmm.
You would have noticed that, right? They would have
Yeah.
played, and I don't like either way. I don't think Georgia should have dropped from first to sixth.
Mm.
They went undefeated, and then they were on a 29 win streak. Like you're not gonna tell me that. Yeah, I have my things about Georgia, but they didn't deserve to drop out at least. And if they okay, let's just say they did drop out, but at least FSU deserved to be in.
Yeah. If anything,
At
FSU should have
least.
been there.
Um, I don't know what their thought process was. I think their whole like system is just corrupted. They just feel like if Alabama isn't in it, then they're not gonna make money. Or
Feel like it's that like they have to have an SEC team is what they're leaning towards because like this is the region that carries all of college football. Without the the SEC, you
Let's
don't
see.
have anything, which I mean kind of sucks because then you have a region that has a team that's at least statistically better than what the two SEC teams did, and they don't even get a shot. I think the whole college football playoff format is kind of dumb. Like you're already, it goes from you're playing your regional like thing to semis instantly. Like I don't. There's literally no other sport that does it like that. So
It
it's
it's
weird.
it's crazy how college rankings work. How much let's just say if you go, let's just say you go 9-1 in college and you're still the first seed
Mm-hmm.
in high school. I'm talking about high school.
High school,
High,
yeah.
if I said high school or college.
You said college, but
Okay, in high school,
yeah,
you're still the number one seed. All right.
yeah.
But in college, if you go 9-1, you go from, let's just say you go 9-0 and you're number one, and then you lose game. Let's just say you lose to a team. Oh, perfect example, Alabama.
Yeah.
Um, like why? Why does that make why is college way more different than like other places? Like why is like a loss so detrimental to you?
I think they handicap themselves because there's only four playoff spots, but there's more than four divisions, and it just I think that's
Bro,
the main issue
it,
that there's only four
it's
playoff spots.
yeah,
First
and I
off,
understand, and they should change it, and they are in talks of changing it
yeah.
to an eight person one or eight team playoff,
Hmm.
and I mean we're still hopefully it comes out next year because I mean there's so many teams that deserve to be in that. Like the problem with college is if you don't go undefeated, you're not going to be in the final four.
Yeah,
You have to go undefeated to be in that. And what? Because I said that FSU should be in it.
yeah. That's the
I mean
thing.
I don't care. Like obviously the first college team I watched was Alabama. That's the reason why I watch Alabama. I like Alabama,
Mhm.
right? But I don't. I mean I don't think Alabama should have made it. They they didn't look good this year. They barely won games. I mean Georgia should be in it in my opinion. But if not, at least FSU. They went undefeated.
Yeah.
Like you have to go undefeated to be in those spots, and it's stupid how college does it.
I don't know what to tell you. And then there's also now the rumors that Florida would just move over to the SEC to just have a chance then. And then we already have the other division that is dissolving next
The
year. Yeah,
Pac-12
yeah,
is
Pac-12.
being dissolved, and most teams are coming to the SEC,
Yeah,
which
it's wild.
SEC is probably the hardest division of college ball to play in.
Mhm.
Like, do you see what teams are? I mean, have you, obviously Alabama and Georgia are like the main ones, right?
Yeah,
But like, okay, let me look up.
you got like
Uh,
Auburn, you got Tennessee, you got Kentucky's in the SEC.
I'll tell you right
Is
now.
uh,
Uh, mm, okay, that's right now. Wait, is this right?
if you just type in like SEC teams on Google, it should pop up.
Okay. Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Tennessee, Auburn, South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
ATM, the Florida Gators. I think those are the Razors. I don't remember. Ole Miss, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Missouri, and Vanderbilt. Oh, those are the actual names. Okay. The Razorbacks, the Arkansas Razorbacks, obviously. Ole Miss. I mean, this is let's see. Alabama's capable of winning the college playoffs.
Yeah.
Um, Georgia, LSU was up at there at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn as one point. The Gators. I mean, most of the teams that win the college come out of the SEC.
Yeah.
Obviously, okay. Let me see. The last.
Recent history, it's been heavily favored towards Alabama and Georgia. I think they've won like majority of them the past 10 years.
Let's see. I know I'm killing time, but
No, you're good. You're trying to like look at the winners for the past few years.
last 10 years, I'm gonna say that. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Right, not that one. Where is it? Where is it?
I'll check to see if I can find it. College football championship history. So obviously 2022 was Georgia, 2021 was Georgia, 2020 was Alabama, 2019 was LSU, 2018 was Clemson, 2017 was Alabama, 2016 was Alabama, 2015 was Alabama, 2014 was Ohio State, and 2013 was Florida State. So the past 10 years, it's SEC dominant.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
SEC is the team that win it the most.
Yep.
Think about it. Think about it. Like it's just this division. They play the call. It's like at the highest rank more than anybody. Like if you, like you just said, like most of them are dominated by Georgia or Alabama, Georgia,
Mhm.
LSU, and then you said Florida, right?
Florida, yeah.
And then Ohio State definitely not. But I mean, LSU, they're not in this. But most of them come from the SEC.
Yep.
So I mean, you like teams coming into this division just makes it harder. I mean, you're playing the best teams in like this area all the time.
Yeah.
Um, so I like you said, I don't think the committee could have gone out with an SEC. Wait, holy
You got it. You had it right. SEC.
yes, team in the playoffs. They couldn't do it. They needed a team,
They should have
and
just chosen Georgia then, but no.
I mean they got Alabama, but it should have been Georgia.
No, it should.
It should have just been a fair playoff this year. It should have just been FSU.
Yeah, it would have been. I don't think anybody would have been mad if FSU got in.
I
But
think
the
that's what
only people
everyone.
happy are Alabama right now. They're the only ones happy because they're not just gonna walk forward and raise another trophy this year. Oh,
Who is the final? I know Michigan's playing Alabama. Let's see, and then I think it's
everybody's mad, man. Michigan, yeah, Michigan, Bama, and Washington versus Texas. So we're looking towards another Alabama win this year.
and it might be hyphenated or like what's it called?
Hey, people are gonna be calling it like the Mickey Mouse Trophy.
You're telling you're telling me that Michigan every time they make the playoffs they don't play good. You're telling me Washington and Texas. It's gonna be Texas versus Alabama, and Alabama's gonna win. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas causes an upset though.
Mm-hmm.
I think Texas is better than Washington and Michigan.
All right, it looks like we're shaping up, like you said, a Texas Alabama final then. So, but it makes it, I guess, kind of boring, and everyone's gonna be mad regardless that Alabama's in the first place. So, I don't know. They gotta. You said that they're supposed to bring an 8 playoff format. I hope that
It's
happens
either
next
8 or
year.
6. I mean, either
6
way,
is too small because I mean, I guess because with 6 they would have to give 2 teams a bye.
the 1 and 2 should get a bye
Mm-hmm.
and then be on separate brackets.
I
That's
say
how I think it. I mean, I think 8 just sounds more.
8 makes more sense. Everybody gets to play a game.
The 1 and 4, they get the bye, and then.
No, there would be no bye in a team format. Everybody just plays.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Mm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I
at least
didn't
you would
think.
have like a quarters and then a semis, then the finals, instead of just semis, finals. So
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they change it. Need to make changes to it,
yeah,
or at least better thought process. Who gets in at least. Um,
Yeah.
This is the most controversial one out of all of the other years.
Hmm.
Um, maybe the only one that I think it might be controversial is when Alabama lost and they still made it into but they should have been in it from the get go because they lost to a team that was ranked like fifth and they were one
Hmm.
and they dropped to four. I don't remember what year. I don't remember exactly, but that happened to Alabama too. The same way that people were like, "Oh, they're gonna put Alabama out," and then they realized Alabama made it in, and it was fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't remember exactly. But yeah, this year might be the most controversial because, like I said, I think FSU should have made it, and if not, it should have been at least Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia was the number one team throughout the whole year, and then last year too,
Yeah.
and the year before. And they've won back to back national championships. They were on a 29, which I think they should have been in it more than anybody. But I
Even if
think
they lost.
FSU should have been in it. Yeah, I think Georgia should have been in it still.
Yeah, because if they're going off by like power ratings, also Georgia lost to Alabama by only 3 points.
Yes.
So
And just because Alabama was ranked eighth, that's the only reason why Georgia dropped almost 5 slots. And Alabama, just because Alabama took a loss in the beginning.
yep, it's dumb, man. It's
Nothing you're doing about it. You just got to deal with it now.
yeah,
I will still watch the games because I like watching college ball, but I just don't know if it's gonna give me that feeling of Alabama win it,
yeah.
knowing that it shouldn't have been them. But yeah, um,
No,
yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah, that wraps up this episode of Conquest. Thank you guys for watching. As you know the drill. Look at in our description. You'll see our you'll see our
You,
social media. I'm tired. You'll see our social
I'm
media
tired
link.
too. You want to do it, or you got it?
I got it's fine. Our social media, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, obviously, since you're watching this here, because we're not on the other podcast services yet. Um yeah. Watch.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when we upload.
Yep.
Go back and watch our other videos on our channel. We have other podcasts as well. I know. I can tell he's a bit tired. He should have told me to take the outro. I'm tired too, but yeah. So just be on the lookout for other videos and news on our socials.
Mm.
Obviously, like you said, there'll be in the link down below.
Down below.
And yeah, Elon fist Twitter, please. And that's all I asked for.
It sounded really off for a second.
What?
I'm not gonna say it because I'll probably get demonetized.
What did I say? I said
You,
Elon,
you
get your
said
stuff.
Elon. When you said fix, it sounded like something else. Think about it for a second. Yeah.
Well, it's because I was chewing gum. I think I just didn't say the word properly.
Oh,
Anyways, yeah, just fix Twitter,
yeah.
please.
Please, please.
And yeah, like I said, go watch other videos on the channel, so you could be entertained by what we upload because we are two pre-age. Wait, what? No, pre-age?
What?
Adults? Pre-adults? What the fuck? I
We
don't
are
know.
adults. What pre-adults is like? What?
I don't know, bro. I'm not. See, I'm tired too. Um, Adults played games as kids back in the. That's doofus. I don't know, bro. I'm checked. This whole college thing and the Twitter not working pissing me off. But yeah, like I said, go make sure you go watch the other videos and make sure you, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. All right,
Bye
bye.
bye.